Hello Admirals and welcome back to my channel where I talk to you about Battlefleet Gothic, the space fleet game based in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. Everyone kind of really liked the video I did showcasing the first BFG painting competition of the new year. Doing something kind of new, doing a video, and it was recommended to me. I gave it a go and people really liked it. So I thought, well, let's continue going down this path and continue doing videos. So March's theme for the Battlefleet Gothic monthly painting competition was escorts. The kind of unsung heroes of a lot of fleets, to be perfectly honest. You'll get a lot of people mentioning them to put into certain fleets, and there are definitely certain fleets that align well with escorts in the game more than others. Eldar and Orcs are a good example of having really good escorts to include in, and then Chaos fleets typically, while their escorts aren't bad, typically won't have too many because their cruisers are so good. But we had a really great mix of entries from Xenos to Chaos to Space Marine to Imperials this time out for this. 15 entries. So like last time, I'm going to show you all the entries and have a little chat about them. So let's go check them out. So first off the bat, we're going for this awesome classic Gothic sector scheme, the green and white prows. Yeah, classic Cobra escorts here, and I really love the white and the green, to be honest. In the classic scheme, it's always one of my favorites, and something that I'm going to have to do one day. I think I really do need to do a Gothic fleet. I've never done one, but entries like this show why I haven't, because it can be done so well, and I don't think I'll be able to up to match. So this is really cool. I love the little red and gold stripe that we've included on this. Yeah, absolutely love this entry. It's such a cool entry. Next up, an unusual choice of colours for Tau. Usually these escorts for Tau are done in a white or even a blue or even red for sort of the Farsight Enclave. It's rare that you get to see sort of a yellow scheme on these Tau Walkers. So it really works well. I love seeing new schemes on ships that you don't typically see because you're concerned with not sure whether it's going to work. And I think it really works really well. And BFG Noob has done an excellent job in this sort of making yellow work. We all notoriously know how difficult yellow is to paint in the hobby. That and white and orange, they're really difficult ones to paint. So I think he's done an excellent job in the yellow, to be perfectly honest. Next up, we have some awesome 3D printed Space Marine. I'm going to go Gladiuses. I'm going to say these are Gladiuses because there's no lance on them. They could be Hunters as well, actually. They could be the torpedo ones. I'm going to go Hunters, actually. I really love the scheme. I think the blue and the grey really well, and then the touch of the yellow stroke gold for the weapons and the barrels really accentuate, like brings it out. It kind of stands out from the rest of the sort of muted colours. But I really like the blue. I'm a huge fan of blue on ships. I think it works really well. Really cool scheme. I'd love to see a whole fleet in this colour scheme, to be perfectly honest, I have to admit. We're on to then these cool transport style rogue trader escorts. I don't know these ships. I can't remember where they're from. I don't think I've ever seen them before. I really love the bases. It's always cool seeing sort of nebula bases on ships and everything. It really adds to sort of the space feel. But I really like these cool sort of different ships. They really do feel like a system ship or a transport ship. I like the muted sort of grey-black colours because it's colour scheme, and then the highlights of the white, and then the red prow just makes it pop. So I really like these, and yeah, I'm going to have to find out where to get these ships because they're just really cool looking and I really like them. And then we're over to this absolutely awesome conversion Orc escorts. When I got this sent to me, I was completely dumbfounded and amazed by the creativity of this, with the claws and the cool spikes sticking out, and that the prow with the teeth just works so well with Orcs. I just love the little details of the little extra armor plating that's stuck on the sides and things like that. But it's really cool conversion. Yeah, I absolutely love it when people do conversions, and Orcs and Tyranids do a really good job and lend themselves really well to that. Absolutely awesome sort of entry. I really love this Orc escort. I'd love to get some for my own fleet, to be perfectly honest. And then once going from one conversions to others, this is a kind of a classic Tyranid scheme, but done so well. It makes it pop. The purple, pink, blue is such a cool color scheme to go with each other. They all work so well if you think about the color wheel. And these really cool shell Tyranids, almost like a cone shell. If you're in Australia, you know cone shells are bad. They look pretty, but they're really dangerous, which is kind of works quite well with these Tyranid models, to be perfectly honest. They kind of creep me out a little bit as well with the gun facing forward like that. They're kind of creepy, but I absolutely love the conversion work here. The tentacles at the back works it's just really cool, and yeah, it reminds me of like this sort of nature working kind of thing. It just seems to work really well, and you can imagine this being a Tyranid ship. Quite frankly, you can see it. It makes sense that they would make something like this as an evolutionary trait, because you see it on our world, right? It makes sense on our world. You see this sort of animal. So it's yeah, I really like the cone shell. I think it really works awesome, and it's definitely one of my favorite entries, I have to say. Moving on to more Tau and more different schemes for Tau. This sort of greenish bronzy gold for these orcas as well. This is from Horizon. You can always tell these bases. They always look so cool with the sort of the nebula and a little bit of stars in the background. Another great example of a scheme that you wouldn't normally see on these style of ships. Another awesome scheme that's done really well and really works. It's always good to see sort of people trying different color schemes on these ships. Then over to some more Cobras, some more Imperial ships. You always gotta love it. Again, more amazing bases. I think over time bases are becoming a lot more popular to paint up and do in our little community. I'm seeing a lot more effort and energy put into bases, whereas before it was either going to be clear base or just black base, like I used to do loads of. But I'm seeing a lot more bases being painted now. It's kind of upping their game. And this is from Blue Squat, and really cool green scheme. Again, another scheme you don't really see this sort of green on Cobras or the Imperial fleet like this. And I love the little sort of stripe of gold yellow on the base of the prow. Really is a really cool sort of highlight. And just a little note, the little torpedo tubes that are painted, really cool detail to see. It's really difficult with those little dots, and it's done really well. So an awesome entry from Blue Scout again. Back to the Space Marines here, we have these really cool Novas. These are the old school GW Novas, actually, back in the day when they had the two different types of Forge World and Games Workshop. I really like blue. I've said that before. Blue on fleet ships always makes me happy, right? It's just a really cool scheme. It works really well on ships. I think these work really well on the Novas, on these Novas, and I like the little highlight of the sort of spades, diamonds, the card sort of transfers that have been put on the side as well. You can tell them apart. Really like that idea. I think that's really cool. We're over to back to another Space Marine fleet, which these are Gladiuses, I reckon. I'm going to go with these are definitely Gladiuses. I could be wrong, but hey-ho. Again, muted tones on the main of the hull. I really like the engine work that's been put into this. I love the little blue engine highlights. And then the red prow to really bring it home, make it pop, really works well. I love the bases. I'd love to know what the 4th of Drengist means. Yeah, that's an intriguing mystery for me. I need to know what that is. I think I'm going to have to look that up or ask the creator. But I really like the red on the grey. I think it works really well. Makes the actual sort of ships pop. Yeah, I think it's just a really well done sort of set of ships, to be perfectly honest. And then we're on to sort of a bunch of conversions. More orcs. The beauty of orcs, right? Conversion work aplenty, loads of the uniqueness of all these ships as well. All of them are different. All of them have different aspects to them, which is really cool. I really like the one with the multi sort of claws on the front. I really like that sort of it looks like a mouth almost, and I really do like those sorts of spiked sort of look to it. I also like the ones that are just basically just a blade. Like it's just very orky. Let's just launch into a ship with just huge blades on the front, which are like meters and meters long, which is quite cool. Really, really unique ships. You're never going to see these kind of floating around because they are kit bashes. And you can actually see some of what they're made of, which is really, really cool, like bits of sort of prow and bits of sort of base and things like that, which I really love. And a really cool scheme. Red always makes orcs go faster, right? Excuse me. Always really cool to see a red orc fleet. I absolutely love it. Can't fault it at all. Then over to a supreme entry, let's be honest. It's so bright, colourful, works really well on Eldar ships. This, as a geologist, this fills me with joy because it feels like lava, like a lava glowing. Really, really cool scheme. I love the little purple on the wings as well. It just, yeah, bases look great. Cool to have the nameplates and all that, but it just this kind of immediately evokes lava and the glowing of lava to me and magma, and so I'm instantly enthralled by it, and I absolutely love it. Back into some transports now, and again, the kind of the main thing of these this sort of bunch of entries is I'm seeing a lot of ships that are painted in schemes that I don't usually see, which is really cool. Purple and green work really, really well together. It's a really cool contrasting color that you can see on the color wheel when you check it. I don't know these transports either. I think they're 3D prints, but I don't know who from. Again, I'll have to find that out. Really cool kind of prows on them, a bit different looking, but really cool scheme. I really love purple on and the green on this, and it's kind of inspired me probably to do some of my own at some point in a purple scheme. I think I'm gonna have to probably do a purple scheme. I think that's a must. Over to some rogue traders here. So they may look like cobras, and they are cobras with one rogue trader escort in the middle, but those are all rogue trader ships. They are the ones that came in the rogue trader pack. So they're the rogue trader cruisers, which is cobras, which is pretty cool. Always great to see. The contrast between the yellow, black, and red works really, really well, and I like the little pop of red on the prow. It really kind of brings out the ship. So really, really cool scheme. Yellow and black. I mean, if you look in nature, yellow and black and red works really, really well together. Yellow and black certainly does. It's like danger, warning, don't come near me. Yeah, absolutely love this scheme. Again, really making me want to paint these schemes, guys and girls. I'm really keen. Damn you, Admirals, damn you. And then finally, look, we're going to end on mine here. This is my entry. This is a bunch of Space Marine escorts for the Howling Griffins chapter. And I just really wanted to give a quartered scheme a go, to be perfectly honest. That was about it. So that was my entry, and I added a couple of transfers onto the side to kind of make it pop. That's basically it. We don't need to talk about my entry too much. There you go, Admirals. 15 awesome entries into this month's Battlefleet painting competition. Escorts is always kind of a funny one. You're never sure what I'm never sure what I'm going to get with escorts. It's always fun, and it's great to see a variety of ships coming in. Those are different schemes. Like, it's great to see like ships that you wouldn't normally see these schemes on, or haven't seen them before being done. It's really cool. It just shows sort of the creative and talent we've got in the community. So as before, poll will be put up on an album put up on the Facebook page for people to vote on in that community. And yeah, then once the winners come through for the favorites, I'll post it up in the community page here. Which was one of your favorite? Let me know in the comments, and let me know and all that. And April's theme has been announced as well. April will be flagships, so your Admiral's ship. So I've already had some cool entries already sent in like the first 2 days. So that's always cool. Love to see the enthusiasm, Admirals. It's awesome to see. So yeah, let me know in the comments which one was your favorite out of all those escorts. And yeah, I'll see you again soon, Admirals. I think I'll have another video out on Saturday, and I'm going to be talking about alternative rule systems, I think. See you then.